All right, everybody. I apologize. I was on the phone completely. An old friend of mine, Jed Simmons from Greenwich, Connecticut, big Ranger fan. Good guy, very successful guy, too. Very creative man. I haven't talked to him in a long time. Actually, his name came up today. I was in the gym. A young lady there, her and her husband work out in the gym, and she had heard that I played for the Rangers, and she said that she used to work for she worked for a guy who used to play for the Rangers, Jed Simmons. It's like, well, I don't think Jed Simmons played for the Rangers. Great guy. So I called him up, had a little chat with him. Good man. Good man. He coached young son named Streeter. Cool dude. Jed Simmons. Rich Spezzano, probably know him. Coached with them. He coached with the Greenwich Blues. I coached with Ron Rosenkrantz. Just gave him a call too. I forgot about him. A bad friend too. He got through a stroke recently, and I hadn't called him like I should. I apologize for that. But Lorraine, how are you doing, you magical creature? Mimsy, good morning to you. I apologize for being late. I was actually sitting down like this. I was actually sitting down pooping. I realized, oh God, it's 10-10. 10-10 wins. So it all revolves around the poop. Did you guys see the video I sent out? There was a video of two toilets in the bathroom. They were facing each other. Couldn't help it. I thought, I've got to post that. Got to post that. Poopitations. Man, eating a lot of hummus lately. I kind of go on and off the hummus. Once I'm addicted to it and make it homemade. I had some black bean hummus there a while ago. Then that causes, the reason I bring that up is it's a lot of fiber in that, little chickpeas. That causes some poopitations. Also, by a rainy day today, we had some nice weather. I was outside. I was like, we sunbathing or whatever. Sit outside there and get at least the head and the legs tanned up. Danny Erickson. Good to see you again, brother. Rangers are on the way to win the President's Trophy. Not sure if that's a good thing or not. History, I don't think it matters at all. As long as you haven't burnt the team out. Analyze. Oh, God. If I get a prostate exam, you analyze me that way. Oh, God. There's just a story that, God, I can't remember his name now. I'll think of it while I tell the story. But I was coaching with Blues in Greenwich here. Barry Shelley, how are you? One dad on the team was a urologist. So he says to me, Tom, you need to come in for get your prostate tested. This is 20 years ago, probably. And so we're sitting there talking, big Ranger fan. We're sitting there talking to hockey. And he says, all right, up on the table, pull your pants down, bend over. I guess I just didn't think through the whole process, what transpires with a prostate exam. So all of a sudden, this guy's buddies with him. He's putting his finger up there. I thought he was enjoying it way too much. Especially when he put both hands in my shoulders. No, he did not do that. He's funny, though. He then thought I needed to get a biopsy. So you got to stick that tool up there to take a bite out of your prostate. He's a funny guy, too. Gets me up on the table on my side, butt sticking out. He goes, man, you got a big butt. It's awkward enough as it is, especially when it's a friend of yours. We're sitting and drinking beer together. I know. Yeah, that's what happens when you miss the playoffs some years. Yeah, win one game, and all of a sudden you're Stanley Cup champions. How about the hit there on Zibanejad? Here's you guys' take on that. A lot of people think it was just they ran into each other. That's the way Patrick Waugh wants to spin it. Who was it? God, I can't remember the name of the guy that's stuck his finger, the doctor. What the heck was his name? Terrible. I should remember that. We don't go to him anymore. It's funny. He goes to all the Ranger games. So if I see him there, there's a bunch of people around and I always introduce him. I say, don't shake his hand. You do not want to know where that hand has been. Embarrasses. Because I think everybody knows he's a urologist, but you just don't think like I didn't anyways. I just think through the process. Like, okay, so what do you do when you're a urologist? Well, got to get up there somehow. Funny guy. What was his name? He's a Greek guy too. Oh, that's right. Yes. Good job by you, Barry. Nice person that he is. Mark, he posted a lovely picture of his. It's not his wife. Not that it really matters. This is his partner for many years. They're not married. Not that it matters. I mean, but that's just to be official. Good morning, Frank. How are you doing, you magical creature? You Loretta. What is that? Loretta. Well, part of what goes on in the game now, because again, kids are growing up, they don't start hitting until they're 14 years old. The rules have changed and everything, so it's not as vicious a game. So sometimes you get a little bit lackadaisical. I think it's just more two guys running into each other. That's my take on it. I know Ranger fans don't like that, but the one that I didn't like was guy getting hit at the end of the game from behind in the boards. That's the one I thought was kind of. Let me see. Sounds like a story from the Blue Oyster. Charlie Miller. Morning, Charlie. Charlie. Is it really Charlie or is it Charles? So my full name is Thomas John. Like, what if Erickson's Danny? What if it's Dan? Right? My father, they might call him Don. His full name is John Donald Laidlaw, but everybody called him Don. I don't know what that was. Open heart. Yes, I've heard about this. But you'll be reading my book soon, Susan, so you'll be busy. You won't be able to watch that. See here. I see here. Jack. Tom yesterday I emailed Larry Brooks and said that the Mickey hit was disguised, that it was a cheap shot. He said, Jack, it could be been disguised. I slowed it down and you see the other guy take a peek. Oh, okay. Interesting. Got to keep your head up out there. That is the one thing. It's not a major deal, but again, we were so aware, like the game was much more physical. Like I've talked about it several times. These athletes are incredible, but it's a different game. I watch so much from our old games now. It was war. I mean, that series against LA and St. Louis and 80-81 playoffs, man, it was every man for himself out there. I watched Eddie Hosper, so it was game 6 at St. Louis. That would have been the game to rest them, and we did win to knock out St. Louis. And Eddie got in a fight with Brian Sutter. Took him off the ice for 17 minutes in the first period. And Eddie knew what he was doing. Like, I mean, win or lose the fight doesn't matter. Sutter was a fantastic player and the leader of the team, the captain. Gone for 17 minutes. That helped us. Best game I've seen all season when the USA beat Canada in overtime the other night. Oh, nice. Very cool. Yeah. What else is going on in the world? What are you going to? We were trying hard to get Nicky on, and he got on the show that we did before with Gresh, Dave Maloney, myself, and we got on that. And he was funny. That was our highest viewed show that we did of all those shows in the box. And he just doesn't. He says it's a technical issue. I don't know. He's just a big shot now. His wife dresses him. He's remarried. His wife dresses him, walks around like he's, like Boomer Esiason on the CBS Sunday Football. With the shoes on, those new shoes that everybody wears. The white soles on or something. What's that all about? I don't know. Dobson. Yeah, Dobson and Chuck was worried. Trey Chuck was worried. Yeah, I mean, hit from behind like that. Again, now 2 things. The players on the ice, you've got to be aware. You can't be standing 3 feet from the boards, facing the boards. I think a lot of people assume because of the referees and the rules that guys aren't going to hit. They do. They should be called. I can't remember what he got called, what Dobson got for a penalty on that. Let's see. Yeah, I did say to Larry, shame on Mika for making a rookie mistake, not having his head down. So, yeah, that's very true. But it happens. It happened when we played. Sometimes you just unaware of what's going on around you. But yeah, when you're on the ice in any game, but a National Hockey game, you've got to be aware. You kind of wonder, okay, was he just sometimes, again, this is sometimes the player's not into the game very much like that. But again, that mistakes happen all the time. So, you know what? That's a great point. I forgot that Micheletti was there. But no, we didn't. I don't think we've ever discussed that whole series. But that was good hockey, man. We had a good team then. I really liked that team a lot. We played hard, like grinded out. If you watch that game 6, whenever we got away from our game, that's checking. Then they came right back in it in a couple of minutes. They scored 3 goals because we just stopped playing our game. It was fantastic. I forgot. There's a few guys like Don Maloney, Doug Sullivan, Mike Allison together on the line. They were unbelievable, especially in the offensive zone forechecking. Ron Duguay, listen, I knew Dukes had a great career, but I'm watching them in that series against LA and St. Louis in particular. Man, he was a great player. Just like holding on to the puck, killing penalties, forechecking, face-offs, scoring goals. Man, my typical play. We could go in the second period second game against St. Louis. He had the brawl, and then the next period came out and I'm getting the puck down the ice. Went around Chartraw, actually, our buddy Vic Chartraw, former Ranger, and just ran the goalie over. No skill involved at all. Just ran him over. He's laying on the ice, and dude's got an empty net shooting in. Great play, Tom. Yeah. Oh God, I watch myself play sometimes. And I go, man, I had very little skill. It was just all I had. Just keep moving forward. Yeah. Well, okay, so you go a couple ways, right? The game will probably mean a lot more to the Islanders. It won't mean, it could be if you want to win the President's Trophy, but it's going to mean a lot to the Islanders, you would think, just to get in the playoffs. So you put Rempe in. Does he? I don't know. It's almost, to me, it's a no-win proposition for the kid. You know, if you don't put him in, looks like you're protecting him. Or if you do put him in, well, then he's got to fight. So I didn't realize who's the tough kid for Islanders. His father was a player as well. Pretty hard-nosed player too. Getting more today with the better equipment. Are they more focused on yours today than when you played? The players or the trainers. Again, I always want to be careful and make these kind of statements because I don't want to disparage today's players because they're fantastic athletes. But when we played, everybody just played through every injury. It was. Devils haven't really have kids for months. You can tell he's playing injured. Take a huge chance. Yeah, I saw a video of him the other day. He had a breakaway, got hooked, snapped, breaking his stick. A little bit childish, but everybody does that. The Empire. Let's see this. If Empire playing now, taking liberties against the Rangers. Wasn't he in the game? He didn't play that game, did he? Oh, well. I don't know if there's, and again, I don't know if there's more injuries now. There's always injuries back then. And again, it's just a matter of playing through. We were muttheads. Like we just, the guy's never smarter. They take care of themselves better. They say, okay, rest up, let the injury heal, then come back and play. It's just that the mentality we had back then was no. There's only 21 teams too, so you're thinking, I don't want to lose my job. So, if he was doing a personal appearance in Jersey the 20th, you should do a podcast over there. Yeah, we could do that. Morning there, magical Deb Anderson. Good morning, fabulous people like that. Good job. Good job. Okay, there's one person. Okay, so we're at 12 minutes into the show. A little bit late today getting going. When do we think Tracy Marie's going to show up? Those grand entrances again? Rempe needs to play. That's smart. He needs to be a deterrent, not a goon. Rangers still play for that habit. Because, I agree with that. Yeah, he could be remember, he's young, right? He's trying to, I'm assuming he's trying to make a name for himself too. So, those two guys, I'm glad you brought that up, Jack. Thank you very much. Watching them play, that 80-81 team, though they were skilled guys, but man, they played tough too. They're grinding it out. That whole team, Dean Talafas was great. Jerry Gillis was great. We had Lance Netherby come up, played a big role. So that was a good team. I watched those games. Wow. We played them Saturday again. Yes, that's true. It was tough. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, he was a competitor. I forgot how much of a competitor he was. He actually got a couple of scraps in the LA, or at least one in the LA series against this guy. His name was Bonner, but Boner, scrappy little guy. And what a bunch of great. Karavadny was unbelievable. Kotze played incredible. Man, he was a good player. It's just interesting going back and watching those old games, see how good some of the guys were, and how hard we competed too. That was a fun team. I forgot all that went on that year. Freddie Shero got fired. We lost Walt Kachuk. Phil Zio retired. Craig took over. Don Maloney had mono for a big chunk of the year. We went through a lot of stuff and didn't have a great regular season, but man, we pulled it all together at the end there. It wasn't luck at all. It was grinded out hockey. It was cool. Fun team to be a part of. Steve Baker was incredible in that too. I'm here, peeps. All is well with everyone. Yeah. So I think what's going to happen is everybody's going to get on the show, usually on the show, and now all of a sudden Tracy's going to make the grand appearance. He's probably just lurking in the background there, thinking, okay, when is my time to make my big entrance? Hello, love. Hello, love. Barry Shelley back at you. She'll get on and go, hello, love. And Danny Eric is going to suck up to her. Hello, love. Good morning, William. She's the beauty of the bunch. Oh, Danny, stop it. Beauty of the bunch. Yes. More Bill. Yes, poor Mark Pavlich. He was not on that team. He didn't come until next year. Show up after talk about bidets. It's funny. I give that Tom Smith, my producer, for the Full Chains podcast, which you can listen to on all podcast platforms. Please like, share, and comment, particularly on Apple. For us, that would help us most. But I give him a hard time about the bidets. Like he said to me, he never should have said this. He did not say this to Tom Laidlaw, but he says, it's a life changer. The bidet is a life changer. So somebody squirting cold water up your butt, that's life changing. I mean, I'd say like climbing Mount Kilimanjaro or going on a trip across Africa, something that'd be life changing. Here we go. 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 There we go. Oh, hold on. I missed it. Sorry, Barry. Here we go. She's here. She's here. And now see, because I said something, she tries to like slowly. She doesn't want to, go barging in, say like the capital letters and everything. She didn't even she didn't even put a period there. Like, kind of lazy. To be honest with you, it's a pretty bad performance. People come to the show, they perform. Deb does. Barry does. Danny Erickson sometimes does. Frank is joining in now. Again, she comes in with no capital letters, no period, no question mark, just Tom's giddy for her. For Tracy. Oh, that embarrassing me. There we go. Here we go. Stop the madness. There. Here we go. Okay, now she's coming in hard. Now she's taking over. Let me see. Brad Marshall played the part for the Blues. I thought it was yeah. Oh yeah, he's tough. Ooh, man, he's really like. I remember seeing him after the game in the city. We beat him out. Obviously, we were sitting there talking to him. I said, I tell you, he got a lot of respect for you. See, he wasn't a big guy. Played so hard. Leader. He one of those guys. Again, he wasn't that great of a player, but he just played so hard. He became a great player. So. Deb, don't get sucked in, Deb. Deb, don't get sucked into the web. You're my friend. I just don't, it's not, I don't know if what you're getting yourself into. The Tracy Webb. The Tracy Marie Webb. Now, who else comes on the show calls himself by her two first names? I don't call myself Thomas John. It's Tracy Marie. Can't be just Tracy. Right? So something, I guess. Rainy day here in New York. Good day at the gym today. What did we do today? Oh, we did a lot of core, chest. Hi, Deb. Oh, yes. Now here she comes back with the accentuation points. Yeah, like really pouring on for Deb, right? Like 3 exclamation marks. Like triple it up, right? To show Ken the pirate. Ken one pirate. Morning, Ken. How are you? Good to see you again here. See, Ken just comes back with Ken. There's no like Tracy Marie, like Ken Paul, something like that. It's one person that comes on the show does that. Tracy Marie. Oh, Barry. You always make my day when you show up to the show, Tracy. Stop, Barry. You know better. You're a grown man. You got your whole life ahead of you. Don't get sucked into the web. Okay. I remember pint-sized Mark Morrison. I thought he would have established himself in a jail career. Okay. That's a good point. Danny. Thank you for telling us that. The other night, I watched the Bruins versus Nurse for 406 penalty minutes brawl. Bruins had 11 guys without helmets. Rattel 40 and a great game. Yeah, those games back then. Didn't I think Minnesota went like years with coming into the Boston Garden when they never won. They just get pounded too. Although they had a tough team too. But Charlie Miller. Hey, Charlie. I don't know Tracy May. Well, you tell me to check him out, and he's telling a story of letting his buddy give him a prostate exam. This is true. It's all totally accurate. Strombockis. Nick Strombockis was the doctor's name. That's what it was. Strombockis. Yeah. Get up to the table, pull your pants down, and bend over. That's what he said to me. He's sitting there talking about the Rangers and hockey and everything. All of a sudden, yeah, he's violating me. Gosh, I missed him racing the cup in the last episode of Curb. He needs to be at MSG for game 1. Larry David. I've never watched. What show was he on? Was he on Seinfeld? I've never watched the Seinfeld show. Let me see. Dude should swap out Sarah for Tracy Marie. Danny, where's your mind? You know, that's a beautiful relationship Ron's got going there with Sarah Palin. And you're interfering with it. And publicly, you're interfering with it too. You know the feelings that go on there. Look at the two of them sharing all the hair care products, the skin products, and everything. The bond that they have because of that. Let me see here. Chewbacca. Chewbacca. You're so funny. Let's see. I'll pass on Deputy Dugay, Danny Erickson. Tracy. I can't, Danny, I'm sorry to tell you, but I don't think you thought that through carefully. Right? I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful, loving relationship Ron Duguay has with Sarah Palin. Can't you see him living up there in Alaska? He's doing a charity game up there. Is there some kind of charity game up in Alaska there too? You know, Bernie Nichols is going up to it. I think Darren Langdon's going to it. Was I invited? Nope. Can't wait to have Tracy. Oh, come on. Let me see here. I can't wait to have Tracy come in a few months and take a photo alongside your life-size poster of Rick. We'll have to make a life-size poster of hers to put alongside. Oh, let me see. Boomer was fired up the other day. Oh, yeah, he was funny. Yeah, Gio's giving it to him. I think it was today or yesterday. Gio had all the Islander stuff on. Jerry Reckel. Yeah, that was pretty funny. He's funny. They know what they're doing. Those guys pour it on pretty good. I did not check out the eclipse. I think I was cooking at the time or something. I was sitting outside, and it was starting to get kind of eerie out. But then I really wasn't that fired up about it. But hey, how about okay? Is anybody paying attention to all the ships that are losing power when they're going under the bridges all of a sudden now? Ever since the one in Baltimore, there's another one in the Verrazano Bridge the other day. Last part didn't hit the bridge ultimately. They got the anchor out, but and it's like you look online, and there's they're in Europe. They're happening. Just all of a sudden now they're losing power right when they're going under bridges. Let me see here. Kind of fishy to me. Not that I'm a conspiracy theorist. Larry David created Seinfeld, made me spend less time on YouTube and watching bidet videos. Susan, that's I'm educating everybody. I'm trying to help people. And then my producer, that's a life-changing moment for him. I'm squirting cold water up his butt. And again, I'm not going to quit on this whole thing with the shape of the toilet, the design to sell brushes, because you cannot. It's almost impossible to not poop on the side of the bowl. Oh, then there's another great one there too. It's got a double flusher one toilet on there too. I think I sent that. I posted that. Very cool. Double flusher, because you get the super spin then. See, maybe okay. Hold on. The double flusher gets the super spin going. That should clean off the poop off the side of the bowl, and maybe then the brush. So okay. So you know what it is? The toilet company has been listening to the show and realizing, okay, Laidlaw's onto something. Yeah, Laidlaw's onto something. Do you remember? Yep, I remember Ron Scott. Good little goalie. Yep, good guy too. Good morning, William Haynes. How you doing there, brother? You magical veteran. Yeah, see, exactly. So the toilet companies have been listening to this show and realizing we need to come up, because Laidlaw is going to ruin everything for us. So now they come up with this double flusher. So the super spin cleans off the toilet bowl itself. It's going to hurt their sales, their brush sales a little bit, but I think they feel like, okay, it's more important to sell the toilets than the brushes. That's where we make more of a profit. So again, the power of this show, right? The Thursday show. Let me see. No, Tracy, he's always invited. Who's always invited? Well, me, I guess. God. This is always. It's the power of the show, though. The power of Thursday at 10 a.m. Yeah, force the toilet companies, major industry in the country, force them to make a change in their toilet because of us. We should all be proud of ourselves. We're difference makers. We're influencers. All right. The toilet company has listened. And they will come up with a double flusher because of this show. Thank you to everybody. I can't take all the credit personally, but I will, but I shouldn't. Let me see here. I knew one of View's idiots would make the eclipse about, I don't know, right. Well, that's such a crock. Something we need to waste trillions on. I know. You got to watch the George Carlin skit that he does on the global warming, where he talks about, the Earth's been here for billions of years, had all these things happen to it, ice ages, and all these things have happened, and it goes on and on. He's hilarious. he says, okay, but we've been here 2,000 years, possibly. And just 200 years we've been using technology, and now all of a sudden we're going to ruin the planet because of a bunch of garbage bags and cans. So no, there's no. Okay, maybe Deb's onto something here. The power bridge conspiracy could be connected to your toilet bowl design theory. Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe the ships have been carrying toilets, and they realize, okay, we need to change those toilets, and now we come up with a double flusher. So they're going to turn the boats off, so they can't deliver the toilets, and then and now they'll send out the new toilets now, and then Laidlaw will back off. That's the theory. No, we're not quitting until it's proven to me that we don't have to use brushes to clean off that bowl. And yeah, a lot of money in plumbing. Yep, totally. Think of all the toilets they sell, right? Problem is you don't have to sell a new toilet every year to everybody. Those toilets last for a long time. But it's the whole thing though. They come with new designs, like this double flusher now. Stop the boats. So they turn the power off in the boats, and then they bring them back, reload with the new toilets. I see it now. Deb, you're onto something there. You're a smart woman. Tom signed a plunger for me to place up in the rink. I'll save it when you come. Yes. We're trying to get Stan Fisher on our show, actually. Full Chains Podcast on all podcast platforms. Please like, share, and comment. Thompson back from Israel. The Rangers game, he just turned down. That's cool. Stan's a good guy. Really? Okay, here we go. Well, his brother is a union plumber, and he does real well. Nice. You see here, maybe the double flusher auto cleans the toilets. You see that? I think that's what they're. See, again, you're right. What's happened here is they clearly been listening to the show, and that's why the power's going out on the boats, because they're loaded down with toilets they're sending off around the world, and now they need to bring them back because they've invented the new double flushing toilet because of this show. They said Laidlaw is going to ruin our business. Let's see here. Barry Shelley, he can come for a special appearance that weekend if he's not busy doing nothing. Man, we've changed the world here. We've changed the world of toilets and boats. Seriously, all over the world, they've got these boats now that are just stopped. They don't have power. All of a sudden, when they're going under a bridge. Stan's late wife Shirley got into a big fight with Emil Francis in the early 70s over women's accident. Oh, did we? I didn't know that. Oh, I did not know that. I guess I say that a lot when I don't know something. I did not know that. Stan's late wife. Oh, that's sorry. That's the one. Oh, you get. I know. We're trying to line him up. See, I got to get a hold of Glenn Healy. He'll get all the contact information for all the alumni guys. That'd be great to get Gretz on. Fun guy. Probably a thrill for him to play with me in LA. I'll tell you that. Let me see here. Should have a podcast at the same time to see how many people I can get compared to your 8. Oh, jeez. Wow. Now you're attacking all these other people, your friends. Wow. Holy smokes. Our back was used toilet plunger, yeah. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe do it while on Ambien. What is Xanax? Is Xanax I heard a terrible rumor. I gotta be careful with that. So let me see here. One time the old Gene Booker was going into Beverly family. Yes. Actually, I was contacted by a friend of his, Paul Maloney. Very nice gentleman. And I suggested we do a video for him that they could play at the ceremony. So we sent a video out. Rick Kay is one of those guys. So I played for the Bramley Blues. It's a junior B team. It's not there any longer. Bramley, obviously. Victoria Park Arena. And what do we got here? Let me see. Watch the news. Oh, Dave Forbes. Was it Forbes? Was it Dave? I thought I played with Dave Forbes and Shooter. There's a different Forbes. Huh. Let me get to these here. He's also from great old time hockey. Yeah, it's fun watching those old games. Yeah, I think it's because so much time's gone by. You're like, wow, we're pretty good. So Rick Kay was my junior coach when I was like 15, 16 years old for Bramley Blues. Man, he played a huge role in my career, in my life too. Like he pushed me. Oh man, I was at I wanted to play in the NHL, but I hadn't learned the work ethic yet. And he pushed me, man. He stayed on me hard, practice time and everything. Got to the point where, man, we do breakouts. Yeah, it was like automatic for me because of Rick. And again, it was a whole thing about life. Where it was like, if you're going to do it the right way, purpose, passion, intent. Do it hard, do it the right way. And he instilled that in me, really at that young age. Yeah. It's funny then too, like thinking going back to like junior hockey. So, when you're a kid playing hockey, you don't shower at the rink, you shower at home. And so but junior hockey, we had our own locker room. These guys are all like 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old. And I go into the locker room the first time, like 15, took a shower. I didn't know what I was doing, didn't know how to get soap off my body. So they all looked at me like, Layla, what are you doing? It's the first time I'd taken a shower. One times. Maybe the Chinese restaurant have some weapon that can kill powers. I'm sure I agree with you. I'm sure there's weapons out there that can kill the powers. No doubt about it. When is the retreat happening? The Roscoe thing? We can get going on that. We're going to sell that more. From what I understand, a lot of these companies that do it, and Tracy, you could tell me, obviously you're going to tell me because you know everything, is that they do a lot of budgeting in the calendar year before they get. So like in 2023, they would have done all the budgeting for those kind of events. I don't know if that's true or not, but so we got to sell harder on that, don't we? Well, Phil was always saying, Tom and Layla, why did he share large blunts? That was like, it was the butts you were saying at first. Oh, Phil. Man, he follows his heart, I'll tell you what. It's all heart. He doesn't, I mean, it's a good way. There's not a whole lot of thought, but I guess I'm the same way. Don't put a lot of thought into things, just go do it. Where has Ira been? He obviously took sides. Yeah. Ira. He shows up every once in a while. Yeah. Xanax is a set of used to treat anxiety and panic disorders. Sounds heavy duty. I gotta be careful. I have to get clearance to discuss that story about Xanax, but it's a hockey-related story. Let me see here. What do we got? William, did you grow up with any other future NHLers? No. Again, when I mentioned Forbes before, there's a date. Oh, it was Mike Forbes. This was. He played junior hockey with me on the same team. I was young, just coming in, and he was leaving. He got drafted into Kingston in the OHL, and he, yeah, sure, Slacker. Don't they know you're on Survivor? Yeah, exactly. You stick it up for me, Tracy? Oh my God, Tracy's sticking up for me. So Mike Forbes played. And it's funny because he came back from a banquet one year at the end of the season with the Bramley Blues, and I followed him around like a little puppy dog because he played in the NHL. Because the first time I remember I talked to Bobby Hull that one time when I was younger, but as far as somebody I knew, he must have been looking at, get away from him. Because seriously, I wouldn't leave aside the whole banquet because this is an NHL guy, and I'm going to be in the NHL someday. I wanted to know what it was like to listen to him tell stories and the whole bit. It was just so funny. If somebody had done that, right, you'd be happy, you'd be okay with it, but it was just like, okay, there's something wrong with you. On YouTube the other night, I watched around 70 Darren Langer fights. Now, oh man, yes, super fighter. One of the best fighters I've ever seen as far as being smart. Wasn't as big as something. He took on everybody too. Just, man. Oh, really? Wow. And it's come from Susan, so I'm assuming she believes that it's accurate. At least the reports are. So, wow. Ron Jameson, what's up there, you magical veteran? Up in beautiful Buffalo. Having some chicken wings. Oh, man, those chicken wings. Something about having chicken wings made in a restaurant. It's different than, for me, I don't make that. I got to work on my chicken wings. I got to learn to make them better. I got the frozen ones from Costco, and they're not meaty enough. It's like meat, not meaty enough. Oh, Dougie DeVito, you magical creature. How are you? Richard Haynes, the biggest threats to this is our electrical grid by both China and Russia. Well, yeah, probably made in China. But seriously, look it up. There's all these boats that are like losing power going under bridges all of a sudden. Isn't that a coincidence, or is that something going on? Let's see. Tom for Ring of Dreams Hall of Fame. Oh, just start thinking about chicken wings now. Like I'm gonna get away from the frozen ones at Costco and get some more fresh ones. Get more meat on them. It is true. It was just reported on national TV that died of cancer. Oh wow. Do we have hatred for him, or how do we look at him? Remember that period of time when I remember staying up late at night. I was in Michigan at the time, and he's driving in the white Bronco, right? Trying to get away. Went for hours. Go to a dive bar. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah. Sinatra's is it Sinatra's in Buffalo that had the famous wings? What was Sinatra? That's a shame. Insert my sarcastic humor. Who cares? Oh, yeah, right. Remember the trial and everything? How big that was? Man, every day. And gullible we were. Gullible. My late dad and I went to Pittsburgh in 1960 to see my brother at Duquesne and watched Bruins and Penguins at the Igloo. And Mike Forbes played for Boston. Oh, really? Yeah, he didn't play a long time, but good guy, man. He's a hard-nosed guy. Yeah. That was so funny, that banquet, though. He must have thought, what are you doing? Like, get away from me, kid. Ron Tomei, man. Char Buffalo Wings are. Oh, okay. We'll go to, I think Chris Drury's got a pizza shop close by here. Colony Pizza. And I think they got good chicken wings there, too. There's also a place in Portchester. They have just the chicken wing place. I'll go there. But I like making my own stuff. Oh, homemade mustard I made. Let me see here. Hold on. Great news week is on ice practice. Let me see here. Next play. What was that one? Oh, maybe I'll make them mustard. So I didn't realize you get the mustard powder, turmeric, paprika, a little bit of salt if you want. What else? Garlic powder. You put it in a saucepan with some water, cook that all up for 45 minutes. Then you come in with some vinegar, and then thicken it up again to whatever thickness you want. But the problem is, I didn't realize I made like 3 batches, and it was always coming out like really tart and bitter, and you couldn't even taste it. You didn't even want to taste it. I kept I threw the 2 batches out. Then, of course, I go and research, and they say, well, yes, that's what happens. You have to let it sit for 3 or 4 days. So I made it on Sunday, and then I tasted it this morning, and it's normal mustard. So it's really good. The reason, there's a lot of sodium in store-bought mustard. So you can really control that. You can put a little in if you want. I don't think you really need any salt at all. That was good. Thick, juicy sauce for the wings. Tracy, what is wrong with you? Let me see here. Forbes, I believe, finished with the Caps. Oh, did he? Oh, I didn't know he played for Washington. The homemade mustard. So now we make the homemade mustard, homemade ketchup, homemade hummus, homemade salsa, homemade spaghetti, homemade sushi. I got it all down now. We think our government take in consideration and maybe restrict the Chinese from buying. All the batteries and everything made for the electric cars are all made over this. What do you think they're putting in? They're putting stuff in the vehicles and they can control everything. That's not a conspiracy theory. I don't think it is. I believe that to be factual. Thick, juicy sauce or dry for chicken wings. They used to make them like they just had a little bit of butter and a little bit of hot sauce. So I feel like they cooked them, then they had to put them in the sauce, and then they cooked them again. So it really wasn't like a wet sauce. It was, so it's kind of in between. Oh, man. Put in the blue cheese dressing. Oh, my goodness. Fart all night long. We can go the night before the game, sitting around the locker room next morning, everybody just ripping them. Butter. What? Yes, butter. Yeah, you mix butter and hot sauce. You can put Frank's hot sauce together with butter. Yes, butter. Yeah, you look at most recipes. A lot of them have butter. They dip them in the butter with something else. Tracy, don't start. Like, hey, why? And we were having to consume. Oh, I know, yeah. Come on, Dougie. Hey, geez, the heart and everything. Oh, give me a break, you guys. Yes, checked in on him the other day. He was not doing well. He just we're learning about diets with him. So he was wanting to lose weight, so he was just not eating. Go like 16. And fasting can be very healthy for you, but a lot of people believe it can be a little hard on your heart. And with him, when he's gone through the heart attack and open heart surgery, it was really draining him a lot. He couldn't figure out why he was so tired all the time. Luckily, he went to a doctor, and the doctor told him the same thing I did. Listen, you can't do that. You've got to eat, but just got to eat healthy foods. A lot of diet is too. Everybody knows this. It's learning what's healthy and what's not. So, no ranch dressing, Tom. Blue only. No, I'd go either way. with the blue cheese, that's terrible. I would do blue cheese or ranch. Yes, yeah, just different flavor. I can make my own. I should make my own ranch dressing or blue cheese. Just get blue cheese, right? Mayonnaise. I'm gonna start making my own butter, like too. Barry. What is going on? Can put the beaver rub on there. Yeah, beaver rub. I think he did stop smoking. I'm glad you care about him that way, and I appreciate you saying that for him on his behalf. He did. A lot of habits over years, and so I know Barry Shelley. It's all about his foods, his recipes, his issues with pepper. Me. Oh no, Tracy. It's all about you. Clearly, grand entrance. Hello, love. Oh goodness. I can relate with my heart issues now. I'm sorry to hear that, Ron. I didn't realize. I know a couple times Mark has asked about your health, and I around the show, and I forgot to ask him, like, what's going on. So you have some heart issues. You got a huge heart, is what you've got. That's your issue. Thank you, Deb. That's very nice to say that. Yeah, and it's a fine line too, because he's a proud man, right? And like for somebody to tell him what he needs to do, and I've learned to be more careful and say, listen, gosh, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. If you don't want me to give you input, then I won't. But I care about you as a friend. So, hello, ladies and Tracy. Yeah. It just, when you're talking, it's a lot of people like this. It's just education about your diet, how your body works, and everything. And he's learning. She's learning. So look for you, Tom. Deep down, she cares. Yeah, right. Barry, because you said that, Barry, I'll believe it, but it's going to have to be proven. I just don't see a lot of that. We're all lucky to have a friend like Tom. Doug, I hope you're being truthful, not being sarcastic. If you are, I appreciate that very much. I think it's important that we help each other. Congestive heart. I'm sorry about that, Ron. Here we go. Roger, if you need anything, let me know. Okay. Now, you would like to think that she's being serious, right? To make that comment. Especially a veteran like Ron is. Yes, we are. Come on. Jackass most of the time. That's all the time. So Deb and I are completing the book, The True Good Life. One of the key things, I saw this from Kenny Albert's book. He had a list, I can't remember, like hundreds of people that he thanked. And I thought that was so cool. I've talked to a couple of people like Jackie DiPiazza, now Jackie Farrell was on the list. It really meant a lot to her that he took the time. I thought, well, that was really cool. So we're going through our list of acknowledgements. It's interesting, you go through it, you think you got everybody, and then you start thinking more like on certain teams. Luke Johnson, like that name, Luke Johnson. Hey, what's your name? I'm Luke Johnson. Hey, Wildcat, I hope you're doing well. Your old Golden Gopher friend, Luke Johnson, Golden Gophers, Minnesota Golden Gophers. That's a great name. Luke Johnson. We got here. I need toilet paper double ply. Oh, yeah. Got to have the double ply. All right. Oh, now we froze again. All right, right back. Don't go anywhere. Gotta get that fixed. Gotta get it fixed. Okay, we're back. I don't know what that is. Worked on it. You know what I have done lately is when I get on, do a force quit before the show starts, and that usually solves the problem. Uncle. Let me see here. I bet Tom Tracy would make a fine couple. Couple of what? Yeah, that'd be nice. Like the constant harassment, though, Barry. I know that you care, but just the constant harassment, belittling. I'm a sensitive person. Let me see here. My uncle worked for the garden and used to. My dad and I entered through the media entrance. Where I was a great guy. So classy to me, my dad, Jim Gordon. Yeah. I'm kind of funny. Jim Gordon was. He was giving it to Chadwick there a couple of times. He's funny. Yeah, very sarcastic humor. That's good. Oh, see, okay, but it's all about me. Okay, let's analyze this statement here. So Tracy says it's always about me all the time, and now she comes out and says every time I'm on, it freezes. Like, but me, it's me. No, I don't, Deb, and I should do that. You're right. What do I? I shut down the computer, right? Okay, I should do that. Okay, you're right. Because when you close the lid on the computer, it shuts off, but it hasn't really totally like shut down, correct? I'll make a habit of doing that. Whatever you say, Deb. Whatever you say. Deb's a smart person, everybody. If you don't know that, we come to learn that while working on the book. Something she doesn't know, she goes and finds out. So a very intelligent person. Like we have a lot of those people on our show. Shut down the stream. Oh, okay. Shut down the StreamYard app. Yeah, I don't do that. You're correct. Tom should place a live camera, do a 24-hour video of what he does for 24 hours. So this is confirmed then that OJ has passed away. Irish John Gothamer. You're Irish, lad. Irish. John Halligan. Funny and sharp recipes. Jim Gordon recipes. Yeah, those funny guys back then, yeah. Let me see here. Can you please get James back on the show? Put James back on. He's so pretty. So pretty. A nice little Hispanic woman come up to me today. She's like, when I spoke in the gym and spoke in English, she's like, can I ask you a question? I said, yes, you can. And she said, did you used to play hockey? Yes, I did. I don't know if she's a real hockey fan, but very sweet. Cleaning lady, her and her husband go in there working out, work really hard too. This gym I'm at now it's cool because a lot of like hardworking people that are out there putting on a show. But the summer, this one guy was wearing a pair of pink or not pink, green, lime green tight shorts one day. I was like, oh man, you cannot do that. I was early in the gym, so I really didn't want to say anything. Now I'd be more like, okay, that's got to stop. That's got to stop. James last team in the just lost in the first round of the playoffs. So I tell you, he was. I talked to him right before playoffs, and he said they were kind of, limping into the playoffs. They had a lot of injuries and everything, but first year there, I mean, he really made a big change for that team. So on towards after season, he's very sweet, unlike other people we know. James is very sweet. Oh, God. Yeah, you know what? I've got a little thing, that little harness that goes on my chest, and I can put the phone on it, and just the phone just film it. I got to do that. Good thinking by you guys, Deb. Good thinking. I'll do that next Costco trip. Yeah, it's entertaining because I'm going up high five and all the people working there, and I don't know if they think like you just high five them and move on, appease them, or they really enjoy meeting me, or is it just like okay, let's move on. Let's see. Dukes does 24 watching him poop down Bradley Beach. Yeah, he's funny too. Yeah, he's one of those guys that not unlike myself. He's kind of like he's the enforcer. If there's rules that people aren't following the rules, he wants them enforced. Yeah. Oh God, it's a beautiful day outside. There's some of these dogs around here barking on it, and people leave their dogs out on the deck too. So now there's workers around here doing like stuff. So the dog's barking at the workers all the time. You're not supposed to have the dogs on the deck. You're supposed to be inside, door closed, so you don't interfere with everybody else. But regional announcers and Phil, did you love? Regional announcers and Phil, did you love? They'd say things like, "Well, his shot was almost on net." Ranger announcers and Phil did love you, Tom. Yeah, they did. Phil gave me that great compliment one time. I scored in the playoffs. I hadn't scored a goal all year long, but I won Players Player Award. He's like, that is unbelievable. He doesn't score a goal all year long, but his teammates votes him the Players Player. So again, I coined it. So it's I, Danation, I, me. When I'm on the show, I coined it. And I'm all about me all the time. Ooh, man. I wear about camera. That was as a camera. Oh, do you? Nice. That's cool. Yeah, the city. That'd be kind of defense. Like something happens, you say, "Oh no, this is really what happened." Non-alcoholic, non-athletic, regular person. Yeah. He calls them the NARPs all the time. Yeah, he claims he has a gym. Yes, they're always teasing him about his schlong. Like he hates it. Yeah. I told you about the guy. Now, again, I warn you, if you go to see Squirrel Daddy, Squirrel Daddy 12 on X, but again, you cannot unsee it once you see him. And I coach this kid, and it's freakish. I called him up one day, and he's on OnlyFans. He makes close to like $800,000 or $900,000 a month on OnlyFans. Him and his girlfriend. He runs it like a total business. But this kid, I guess when he was smaller, when I was coaching him, people would give him a hard time, like his teammates, and he was self-conscious about it. I said, "You kidding me? Like it's the size of his arm." Oh my God. It's so funny when you're coaching this kid. And then like my youngest son, Cody, sent me the link to his X page, and very graphic, Squirrel Daddy 12. But again, I warn you, once you go see him, you cannot unsee what you see. Good looking kid, great shape, but just like, oh my God, like some kind of ammo. Oh yeah. Squirrel Daddy 12. I forgot his name, but she always talked about the black guy there. He works in the meat department. Norris the chicken man. Great guy. He's always got the big smile on too, just everybody. I see him interact with all people, old people, young people. Fantastic guy. Yeah. Norris the chicken man. He's not working in the chicken. They're not making the chickens anymore. No, Pepper's not back, but there's lots of dogs who replace Pepper. Oh, Jesus. Listen to this. Tommy's helmet some grants. Oh my gosh. Here we go with animal awareness. Fashion place. Long Dawn Silver. Oh gosh. Squirrel Daddy. Jeez. Just thinking about it now. When you coach a young guy, I coached him since he was like 7 or 8 years old. Now he's Squirrel Daddy. He's got his pet squirrel. He's getting like millions of followers for his squirrel. Then he went over to OnlyFans and but again, he runs it like a total business. He got lawyers, accountants, making millions of dollars. Got an animal sanctuary, someplace upstate New York. I can find out where it is, Barry. It might be close to you. Big farm, and he all business. So somebody came to him. He bought like 200 acres of land. They'll then lease that land to this solar company. So he's got like a 26-year source of income. This whole thing, like it's amazing. But if you go look at the site, it's like, oh my God. And he's very like I'm the same way. I was like, holy smokes, that's good thinking. Like he uses his body to make millions of dollars. He'll probably do, let's say, another 10 years and won't have to, him and his family will be set the rest of their lives. So, Tom, heading to the Hall of Fame trial for the first time in June. Do you have anything displayed there? No, I think it's in the Hall of Fame. It might be in Gretzky's restaurant. The game where Wayne broke Gordie Howe's record, the score sheet, and I was on. I was assisted on his point where he tied the record. So that's about the only thing that's there. I don't think there's anything else for me there. No, they came asking. I didn't want to give anything. They begged me to give them stuff. But, let me see. Have a great day, everyone. My trainer's ready. Go get him, William. You magical veteran. You have a great day at work. That is a difficult thing for me to do. Stick to the script. Jack Smith, take care, brother. Good to see you again. This guy has worse ADHD than I do. Who's that? Me? Oh, yeah, that's not nice. One person over there. Oh, really? I didn't realize that. Oh, so maybe they moved it over. Somebody said they saw it recently, so maybe it must have been in the Hall of Fame then. It was Rich Spazano was up there last year or two, and said he saw it. I actually took a picture of it. I think that was a fun night. I will never forget that feeling when Wayne passed me the puck, and I'm standing there looking at, I think it was Ed Bell or Bill Ranford, and just panic mode. And again, I'd played in the league for 7, 8, 9 years at that point. And I just like, I understood the gravity of it. So if I score, I'm thinking, this is going down in history. I scored a goal where Wayne ties the record. Oh, yeah. Yeah, really. That was kind of cool. This guy, is he talking about me? Charlie, what's happening? I thought we're like tight, like best friends. Oh, this guy. You do know I see. Okay. Yeah, you better not be running out, Jack. Thank you for clarifying that. My son talked to you on the phone. He said that you seem very hyper. Got to get a lot done. Time you're awake. You're going. It's called energy. Oh, man. Oh, Tracy. And Tracy. You notice, and I was right too, right? How she took her time getting on the show. She let everybody else get on the show first, and then she made a grand entrance. And she tried to downplay the entrance too. It's like, again, no period or anything like that, small letters. Yes. Squirrel Daddy. Has anybody gone on and looked at Squirrel Daddy 12? Oh my goodness. I don't know if Charlie's being sarcastic here or what he's going on here. Charlie's fairly new to the show. I got a lot to say. I'm better than I was too. I used to, like, if I was talking, I had to get 100 words a minute, and I was, especially now when I get speak in front of people, I've learned to slow down. There's nothing wrong with some dead space. But still, I get excited. Things to say, places to go, people to see. Watching Brad Parker in the 30s after all the knees. Yeah, Charlie Devlin. Yeah, he was still a good player, but yeah, you can really slow down. Back then, those guys get injuries and they didn't really know how the surgeries weren't as advanced as they are now. Is that JT Miller's brother? Charlie Miller? Got the same last name, so it's, good deduction by you there, Tracy. Oh man. Hail Tracy, our raven-haired beauty has arrived. Oh, Danny. First of all, she's been here for a while, harassing me. Why do you do that to me? Like those comments. FM. Oh God, everyone. OJ, give it a rest. Yeah, no kidding. Scumbag. Yeah, sometimes we honor people that were just, like, when they pass away, they were just total scumbags on the earth. The guy I have a hard time is Lawrence Taylor with the Giants. I know he was a fantastic football player, but if you've ever seen his criminal record, things he's done to young women, and the Giants still bring him in and honor him. They're a classy organization. I just think that's, man. Acknowledge he's a great player. Saw a broadcaster talking. There's doing somebody with football, I think it was during the season, and it might have been Ian Eagle, and somebody that had a criminal past too. And he was very good the way he said it, where he said, "Okay, great player, but I'm not." I kind of like want to make sure everybody was pointing at him, saying, "Well, you're honoring this guy." He said, "Well, no, I'm not honoring him, but the team is." But his criminal record in the past was very shady. So I think that there's nothing wrong with that. I say he's a great player, yeah, but I don't think honor him. Let me see. Yeah. Oh yeah. You're such a baby sometimes. I tell you, you're okay. But what? Me? I think Bobby Orr's stick. Stats in Chicago for 7 games. He had like 13 points. Yeah, that's too bad, man. If he had stayed healthy, I mean, I love Wayne Gretzky. I played with him. Total, but I mean, Wayne Gretzky, Bobby Orr, Gordie Howe, Marcel or Miriam. All great players, but Bobby Orr. See, the thing with Bobby Orr, he's changed the game so much too. There's some of those other guys, but yeah. Tracy's so sweet. Do it all, rest up. You think that's really true, Barry? Like, I'm not getting duped. I'm a little bit leery sometimes, but everybody's strawberry and good. Yeah. To me, it's the drugs and everything. That's their. I don't condone that, obviously, that's their issue. But the thing with young women, like underage women, you hear some of the stories that Sniffy did to women. That to me is like, you're actually a D-list celebrity in sports. What? So is that like? I guess that's. See now. See, here's what I mean, Barry. So she faked me in with a compliment, like an olive branch, and now she's attacking. Right? I'm a D-list celebrity in sports. So yeah. Or Park played 10 games, or had 5 goals, and you keep Ports Park for a while. Well, look at that research that's being done by here. Yeah, this crowd. Strawberries turns up, and I'm glad he has. Like I said, as far as I know, maybe I'm wrong. He wasn't doing things to, especially minors and women. He had his own issues, and he's cleaned himself up. So for that, you go, hey, good job. Let me see here. If Orr played in the wide open 18 days, would score 200 points. Probably. Oh, listen. Sounds of silence. No, sounds of dogs barking. I have a wonderful neighbor next door. Wonderful person. She's a widowed woman. I think that's her dog. And she leaves the dog there, and the dog barks the entire time she's gone. Now, and then some days she'll leave the nice days she'll leave the back door open, the screen shut, and then the dog is barking outside. And it's right outside where I sit in my back deck. So what do you do? Well, she was mad at me one time because I played with my TV was too loud, and she came over. That I wish she had just approached me softly, but she got a little heated. We settled down. I gave her a hug. I said I didn't understand that I was interfering with you. I would do better. So now I'm thinking, oh God. So no. And again, I think she's very timid. So if I'm going over there, then it's like she's going, she's getting scared. So you know what? There's other things in life. I mean, I get harassed in the show by Tracy. So I figured if I can handle that, let's put up a dog barking a little bit, right? Tom's going to croak that dog. The thought has come up. There's a couple times when the dog has breaking away and got onto my back deck when I'm sitting out there, and I'm thinking, okay, this is an opportunity to solve the problem with the baseball bat that I have right beside me. But I love dogs. I can't do that. Yes. You think that would solve it? Play a radio for the dog. I love when they advertise that the new apartment buildings come up with some, and they're pet friendly. And I said, well, I'm not going there then. Pets are not friendly. Dogs are in the country and only hear our owl outside our bedroom hooting all night. Huh? Hooting. What they called it? Hooting. Who? Park should be retired by the Rangers. Another number 2. Unfortunately, he played at the same time as Worth. Yeah, that's a good point. You look back at Ranger history. He didn't have that many years though with Rangers, correct? Though, from right, Susan, was it like 7 years or something. Typically, those guys that get their numbers retired or they play. Again, it's different with say Graves, for instance. Although he was here for 10 years, I didn't realize that. But winning a cup, obviously, those guys get pushed to a whole different level. Criminals, whether they're great or not, there's no excuse. Oh yeah, totally. But I just don't. That's what I don't get, especially with an organization like the Giants. I think any organization, but the Giants, the Mara family, they just always have this really classy. It's like the feeling about them that they just run a class organization. So to honor him, I mean, if you want to acknowledge that he's a great player, yeah, but then bring him in and honor him. Like, how do you think the parents of the young girls are thinking when they're sitting there watching this guy who raped their daughter? What do you think the parents are thinking? Like, okay, let's get this straight. He raped my daughter. So I just have a hard time with that. But let me see. Probably starting to twitch with that barking. The tequila grapefruit next year. There'll be some of those tonight. Thursday night. It's a good night. I've got a lot going on. A couple of phone calls to make here the rest of the day. Raining here though too. I want to be outside. In the fresh air. And check the weather. It changes. Weather people don't know what the heck. Global warming. They can't even predict what the weather's going to be the next day. There's no such thing as global warming. God's sakes. I have a great horned owl that hangs out in my backyard. Owls, yes. Wildlife, right? We consider dogs in the wildlife. Now they're tamed animals, right? Some funny videos, on reels. I got hooked on reels. These so cute dogs that cuddling up with their owners and everything. when they do some fun, they're so aware too. Like the words, like this one woman was saying to her dog, "We're going to the beach," and he jump off the coach, and she says, "No, you can't get back here. I'm not done the story yet." And then he jumps up, and she says something else. We'll go take the ball, and he jumps down off the coach. She says, "No, you get back here. I'm not finished the story." And it's very funny. Trust me, it is. I'm telling you. Oh, my homemade mustard. Oh man, it's all homemade now. Mustard, ketchup, hummus, guacamole, salsa, spaghetti. Oh, sushi. Is there anything we can't make? Oh, so what I'm doing too is any leftover breads, because I'm making a lot of sourdough bread, cube it all up, put it in a bag in the freezer, and then when we get to Thanksgiving and Christmas, we instead of buying breadcrumbs, we'll just we have sourdough. excuse me, sourdough breadcrumbs that we make our stuffing out of, and we do stuff our turkey. A lot of people are saying they don't stuff turkeys anymore. Man, that's a lot of juices and flavors. See. Dating because you have a lot of forgiveness for dogs today. Are you dating her? My neighbor? We don't. I was gonna say something. We don't date women my age. What? That's silliness. Silliness. But no, we don't act like Lawrence Taylor either. But it's funny. My new gym there, large Hispanic population. Oh, funny. Hard working people, man. They go to the gym. They're there to work. A lot of other people, like the old gym, had the people with tripods doing videos. And we see some of those videos, these meatheads in the gym where they're videoing themselves. People walk through the camera view and they start yelling at people. You don't own the gym. If you want, edit it, you idiot. God, some people are just rude. Maybe more and more. Is it more and more rude people in the world? Oh, yeah. French toast. Oh, with the sourdough bread. Oh, my goodness. Man, I'm into sourdough bread so much now. Healthy, fun to make, master the art. It's like a challenge, too, to get that to rise up nicely. And again, I've learned I do much better when I bake it on cook it on a baking sheet instead of the Dutch oven. For some reason, it just seems to come out much better. Learn that you have to have when you make it, you have to have the water temperature at 100 degrees. You got to let the sugar and this. I actually use yeast. A lot of people say a lot of recipes are sourdough. It becomes its own leavener, so you don't need the yeast. My research tells me that it still gives it all the health benefits if you use yeast. It does make it somewhat less sour. I wasn't really interested in the sour taste that much anyway, so I like the way mine comes out. But yes, I video myself, Tracy, to inspire others. Did I forget to do a video today? I think I did. Oh man, I was talking too much today in the gym. I know that's a surprise. Guy down there, Jack, in there works out. Got legs like his legs are. He was a soccer player, I think. Young guy, really nice guy. He's in the sales business and really works out pretty hard. We get chatting. His wife's a big Ranger fan, but his legs, I wear pants around him. I'm not showing my legs compared to him. He's jacked. Funny guy too. Works hard. Good guy too. He was going to use the sled today, pushing it, and it's in an area where people do a lot of stretching and everything. And they didn't realize he was using the sled, so they laid down right in front of where he was pushing it back and forth. Good guy though. He didn't get mad. Just I'll adapt. Great attitude, Yeah. Wipe off after you do your set, please. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Gym etiquette. It's not just young kids, but a lot of young kids now, they'll be sitting on a machine that they're using, texting. They'll sit there for like 10 minutes in between sets. And the gym's kind of crowded. I go there at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm trying to change it up a little bit. And they're not bad people. I think they're just unaware of what they're doing. So let me see. Yes, absolutely. And we're going to come back with an unbelievable friend of mine here, John Jr. Kyle. Told many stories about him and his brother Walt. We all three lived together. And John and I are great friends. John and I, we did a lot of things together, man. He actually recently, he's making his own honey. It's another thing I have that's fresh, raw, unfiltered honey he sent me. Excellent. Healthy for you too. So John and I lived together. We were all so stubborn. John and Walt's father gave them a car. And we had a deal was that we would just rotate who filled up with gas. And because we're all going to the same place, practice, not very often class. And when one time, we were only like 100 yards from the gas station. I think it was Walt's turn to fill the car. He did not. So we ran out of gas. And the three of us sat there in the car stubborn for like, it seemed like hours because we weren't going to, nobody was going to go walk and get gas from the gas station. Oh, we had some great times. John and I used to drive. I know this is bad, is drinking and driving up in Marquette back in the early 80s. And we would drive this route, and we would make Lade's Lightning or Junior's Juice. We had this, I just got rid of it too, this white cooler with a red lid on it. And Lade's Lightning was, I think, big thing of gin and vodka and mixed it with Diet 7-Up, something like that. And we'd drive around. And I lived with these guys. He wasn't a hockey player. I can't remember his name now, but he had his buddies over, and he was bragging about how John and I could drink so much, and it didn't affect us. Well, and what we do, we would drive through water puddles if it was rain, and sometimes the water would get up in the engine, and the engine would stall. We have to sit there and wait for it to dry. It didn't bother us. We were just sitting there drinking, and one day too long. We couldn't walk. We got out of the car, fell on the front lawn, and here he is with his three buddies. He'd just been telling them what great drinkers were falling down on the front lawn. Oh God. Funny stuff. Oh, we did some stories. John and I, we danced at a bachelorette party one time. Might have been a little bit of alcohol involved in that one too. So, oh man, Junior, do you remember that? Oh, that was fun stuff. Oh, we were talking the other day. So, you know, you get together with somebody you hadn't seen in a while. You tell old stories, you know. And you think, man, did they leave the belt out? Yes, the three of us. Oh, wow. Baking is chemistry, man. They didn't give me your butter pound. And I assume more butter. That's what I told her. She's baking chemistry. Yeah. If you really want to, I'm still stubborn where I don't always measure out things properly. Mad Dog 2020. Yes, we drank that. Oh, awful. Oh, that was terrible. It was like $1 a bottle, $3 a bottle, or something like that. So we had to get drunk. So we drink. Mad Dog 2020. Oh God, Junior's a big hunter too, so he'd get up early. Dancing is subpar. Your dancing is subpar. This is correct. I will not argue that point whatsoever. But I will say this: I give it 100% effort when I dance. Get the full sweat going. Sometimes I want to video myself dancing, see what it looks like. And other times, we don't want to do that. I just wouldn't dance at all. That was funny when I danced at the garden with Dance with Larry. That young Taylor is so sweet. She's funny. She has no problem giving me a hard time. I said to her, I suck as a dancer, don't I? She says, yes, you do. But you gave it a full effort. All right, guys, man, it's an hour and 12 minutes. We've gone home. My goodness. All right, everybody have a fantastic weekend coming up here. Again, let's all make sure we're taking care of each other. 988 hotline, shoulder check, reach out to people. Makes a big difference, right? Just, you know, if you're walking down the street, somebody looks like they're hurt or whatever, just say, hey, how you doing? Like just showing that you care about somebody. And Tracy, you can do it. You can. I know you can. I know you can do it. All right, Junior, good to see you again. Everybody have a fantastic weekend. Be safe out there. Talk to you.